I spot land. Landed cost. What's up, everybody? Mel here again with Sunrise Compass. Before we had the landed cost module inside F&O, we would have to build that functionality to track foreign shipments from the ground up on every project that we worked on. Many of our newer projects are starting to uptake this new module, including the one that Madi Olson just worked on. So let's hear from her on what landed cost is all about. Hey Madi, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you, Mel. I'm just so excited to be here.
So tell me what the landed cost module actually is, for those of us who that term might be new for.
So first off, the landed cost module helps to track an item's expenses all the way to the warehouse. This process may sound super easy, but it's actually a lot more complicated to do by hand because it helps to get these complicated items such as tariffs, freight, customs, duties, all those things that make up a total item cost or the landed cost. The landed cost module also really helps with tracking the item's movement throughout its journey, giving the supply chain more visibility into the entire process as well. The main focus of the landed cost module is really to get the cost by item so that companies have a better focus on their profitability and understand their pricing of different products.
So what makes landed cost such an important concept?
The landed cost module is a game changer for D365 because before this module existed, companies had to manually track all these costs, and it can be quite a complicated process from the start of a shipment to it getting into the warehouse. There are a lot of costs incurred by the shipment. Remember, there is a physical supply chain in play. Foreign shipments go through many hurdles to reach the end destination. Many different costs are incurred. Tracking them is important for financial decisions, ordering, and supply chain health. Also, the change of ownership can occur at any time. So how are we going to handle that in the GL?
So it's not all about just tracking costs.
Yep, exactly. Although tracking expenses is a huge part of the landed cost module, it also really helps to give more visibility into the profitability and pricing of items.
Who generally are the users of the landed cost module?
So because the landed cost module touches so many aspects of D365, there's a lot of users that are actually involved. So from the procurement and sourcing team to the warehousing team, and of course, the accounting and finance teams.
Now, I've worked a little bit with landed cost myself, and I know it takes some setup to get it going. So tell me about what those main components are that you have to set up.
There are a number of items to set up, such as the cost type codes, item to cost type groups, auto costs, journey templates, voyages, shipping containers, voyage statuses, the goods in transit warehouses, batch jobs, and more.
Wow, man, that's a lot of stuff to set up. Which of those components are the most tricky to set up, in your opinion?
For finance, it's really making sure the auto cost and the cost type codes are set up correctly and making sure that the postings are correct. So for supply chain, we really need to focus on tracking because those dates are really connected to MRP. So it really gives you a more realistic picture of your inbound inventory. And like we've heard from the beginning, from Chris and Mel, testing. With the landed cost module, you need to make sure you do robust testing to make sure everything is working correctly.
Any gotchas about landed cost to share?
As a financial consultant, one thing that I focused on was tracking the postings from the start of the process to the very end because there could be potential background postings that you wouldn't expect. So make sure you test.
All right, Madi, take us out. Any final thoughts?
Third time's the charm. I'm going to say it again, testing. Supply chain and finance consultants really need to get together and work through the process end to end before their CRP sessions to make sure everything's working as intended.
Good advice. We should always be working in teams and not in silos. Landed cost is a relatively new module with robust functionality, but Microsoft continues to release great enhancements, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And I challenge you to become a landed cost guru, just like Madi has. And don't forget that we had talks on landed cost in our past quarterly meetings. So go check out Learn to rewatch those. All right, catch y'all next time on Sunrise Compass. See you later.